Chapter 2: Learning the Ropes. Alice was amazed at how quickly she was adapting to her new environment. The world of magic and adventure was like nothing she had ever experienced before, and she was eager to learn more. Her new companions, a motley crew of adventurers with a variety of skills and abilities, were eager to teach her. The first few days were a blur of excitement and learning. Alice was taught the basics of magic, including how to cast spells, manipulate energy, and use magical artifacts. She was amazed at how much power she held in her hands, and how easily she was able to wield it. Her companions were equally impressed. They had never seen someone with as much raw talent as Alice, and they were eager to help her hone her skills. They showed her new spells, taught her about the different types of magic, and even helped her create her own unique spells. But it wasn't just magic that Alice was learning. She was also being trained in combat, both with weapons and without. Her companions taught her how to fight with a sword, a bow, and even her bare hands. They showed her how to use her magic in combat, and how to work together as a team to defeat their enemies. Alice was surprised at how quickly she was picking up these skills. She had never been particularly athletic or coordinated, but in this world, she felt like she could do anything. She felt strong and powerful, like she was capable of anything she set her mind to. But it wasn't just her physical and magical abilities that were growing. Alice was also learning more about herself and her companions. She was beginning to understand their personalities and motivations, and she was starting to form bonds with them. Her companions were a diverse group, each with their own unique backgrounds and personalities. There was Erica, a fiery redhead who was an expert in combat and strategy. There was Ryu, a quiet and reserved archer who had a talent for scouting and tracking. And there was Kaito, a charming rogue who was an expert in thievery and deception. Alice was fascinated by each of them, and she spent hours talking with them and learning about their pasts. She was especially drawn to Ryu, who had a quiet strength and resilience that she admired. She found herself opening up to him, telling him things she had never told anyone before. As the days turned into weeks, Alice's confidence and abilities continued to grow. She felt like she had found her place in the world, like she was finally where she was meant to be. She had a sense of purpose and belonging that she had never experienced before. But she knew that there was still much to learn. She was still a long way from being ready to face the enemy, and she was determined to continue her training until she was fully prepared. Her companions were equally dedicated, and they spent long hours practicing and honing their skills. As the weeks turned into months, Alice's training became more advanced. She learned more complex spells, more advanced combat techniques, and more subtle forms of magic. She also began to develop her own unique fighting style, combining her magic with her swordplay in a way that was uniquely her own. But it wasn't just her own skills that Alice was developing. She was also becoming a valuable member of the team, helping her companions with their own training and strategy. She had a keen eye for detail and a natural talent for planning, and she was quickly becoming an indispensable part of the group. As Alice continued her training, she also began to learn more about the world she found herself in. Her companions told her stories of ancient civilizations, powerful artifacts, and long-forgotten secrets. She learned about the enemy they would be facing, a dark force that threatened to consume the world if they were not stopped. Alice listened intently to these stories, her imagination fired up by the tales of adventure and danger. She felt like she was living in a storybook, and she was eager to be a part of the epic tale that was unfolding. One day, as they were resting after a particularly grueling training session, Erica approached Alice. "Alice," she said, her voice serious. "There's something I need to talk to you about." Alice looked up, surprised by the sudden change in Erica's demeanor. "What is it?" she asked. "It's about the enemy," Erica said, her eyes intense. "We've been gathering information about them, and we've learned that they're planning something big. Something that could destroy everything we hold dear." Alice felt a chill run down her spine. She had always known that the enemy was a threat, but she had never realized just how much was at stake. "What do we do?" she asked, her voice trembling slightly. "We need to be ready," Erica said, her voice firm. "We need to train harder, to be stronger, to be more united than ever before. We need to be prepared to face whatever they throw at us, no matter how powerful or unexpected it may be." Alice nodded, her determination growing with every word Erica spoke. "We can do it," she said, her voice filled with conviction. "Together, we can face anything." Erica smiled, her eyes shining with pride. "That's the spirit," she said. "We'll be ready for whatever comes our way." And with that, Alice knew that she had found her true calling. She was a part of something bigger than herself, a part of a team that was fighting for the future of their world. She felt alive and powerful, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As the sun began to set, Alice and her companions gathered together, ready to continue their training. They stood in a circle, their hands clasped together, their eyes filled with determination. "We are a team," Erica said, her voice ringing out through the clearing. "We are united, we are strong, and we will not be defeated." Alice felt a surge of energy run through her, a sense of belonging and purpose that she had never felt before. She knew that they would face many challenges and dangers in the days ahead, but she was ready. She was a part of something greater than herself, and she knew that nothing could stop them. Together, they began their training, their spirits high and their hearts filled with hope. They had a long way to go, but they knew that they were on the right path. They were warriors, mages, and adventurers, and they were ready to face whatever the world had to throw at them.